A local broadcast of Wall Street Week is made possible by the Reading office of Dean Witter Reynolds and the Reading office of the Bank of California.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to our studios here at KIXE TV. We're live and we want you to be a part of the program tonight. We're going to take just a few minutes and we hope that you'll stay by your television set for those few minutes so we can encourage you to take part in community-supported public television here in Northern California, KIXE TV. My name is Ed Huey. I work for the state of California. With me tonight is Bill Carson from A.G. Edwards & Sons in Chico, and we have more A.G. Edwards & Sons employees on the phones this evening ready to take your telephone calls. Now, you saw all sorts of different national companies in Wall Street Week that underwrite the costs of that program, and you're probably wondering, why in the world do we need your money? Well, the answer is this. Those national companies paid to produce the program, but they didn't pay to bring it to you on KIXE TV. Now, the last underwriters you saw, our local underwriters, helped to pay the transmission costs, but we still need your help. As we said earlier, almost 3/4 of our budget comes from you, the viewer, either through underwriting or through direct membership pledges or through our auction, which we run each year. The telephone number is right there on your screen. It's 243-5493. Our telephones are silent. We need to hear from you. These programs, public affairs programs that we've been running this evening, you've watched Wall Street Week just a moment ago, Washington Week in Review a little earlier this evening. We had the nightly business report coming your way this evening. These news and public affairs types of programs, probably minute for minute, are some of the most expensive programs that we bring you. The question is, are we reaching our viewing audience? Is this the kind of program our viewer audience wants to see? You can answer that question for us right now by going to your telephone and dialing 243-5493. And tonight we have a matching grant from First Deposit Savings Bank, and your dollars can do extra duty. That's right. For every dollar that you pledge tonight, you can get a 50 cents matching donation from First Deposit Savings Bank. So that means if you right now go to your phone, dial 243-5493 and pledge $60 to KIXE, we will actually get $90 because of that challenge grant. And as you might imagine, we have a hearty thank you to First Deposit Savings Bank for that challenge grant. But there's a catch. We have to hear from you in order to get those matching funds. So call us right now at 243-5493. Now, just ahead, we have a fine example of the programming that you can see here at KIXE TV. We'll be bringing you tonight's great performances and an old favorite here on public television, Luciano Pavarotti, the operatic tenor, as he returns to Naples. It's going to be a fine program of great music for you this evening. And before we get into that program, before you settle back, we need to hear from you and say, yes, I like the fine variety of programs on KIXE TV. This is alternative television that I want to support. Bill?
Thanks, Ed. I'd like to read a few names of people who called in with pledges. Finley McIntosh, Virginia Roop, Edna Alexander and Marvin, Charles Freiberger, Janet Brown, Jack Seamer. We haven't heard from Dennis. We haven't heard from Ruth. We haven't heard from John. We haven't heard from a lot of people. Let's keep those phones ringing, folks. Just call in. I'll mention a lot of your other names, too, if you don't call in soon. Now, see, it's easy to become a member of KIXE. We can do it monthly. We can send in $5, $10, $15, $20, $40 each month and become a monthly member of KIXE and support the good programming that we've seen this evening that we send throughout the week. I hope that's Dennis on the phone now, calling in with his monthly pledge. Thanks very much again for supporting Wall Street Week. It's really nice to have that program that will tell us a lot of things about investments and help us keep up to date with the stock market. It's easy to become a member when you join the monthly member club. Again, send us $5, $10, $15, $20, $40 per month, and those monthly member club levels make you a member of KIXE. Now, this evening we have a challenge grant. We have a company that will match your pledge by 50%. That means for every dollar you send in, they will send in 50 cents. We want to thank First Deposit Savings Bank for matching some of the pledges that we've made tonight. Again, First Deposit Savings Bank, the company that will match your pledge by 50% tonight. Again, you pledge $100, they'll match it by $50. Now, I'd like to list off the levels of membership. The President's Club, $480. Remember, just 1/4's dividend from PG&E. The Executive Club at $240. A Patron at $180. Producer at $120. A Director at $60. A family membership for only $40. Probably the best deal in entertainment for your kids in town. An individual membership at $25, and a senior or a student at only $15. Those are cheap ways to support public television. If you think about that, $40 to entertain your kids, it brings you Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, many very excellent educational television programs for your kids. Wouldn't you like your kids to be watching those programs instead of the cartoons? Ed?
Yes, indeed. And, you know, we've talked about our monthly membership. So if you look at that $120 and you say, where am I going to get that kind of money? Break it down to $10 a month, $15, $20 a month, and just look what your money can do for us here at KIXE TV. Remember, we will accept your Visa and your MasterCard. Just have your credit card number and expiration date available when you call. Or you can write us a check and call and tell us about it. Now, going into this break, we were very, very close to $70,000 in our overall fund drive. We're aiming for $100,000 before Membership Festival 88 concludes. Maybe you can be one of the ones to put us over that $70,000 barrier. Let's see if we can make it this break. The number's on your screen, 243-5493. If you're planning to do it, now is the time, because we need to hear from you. Remember, the sooner we make our goal, the sooner we can get back to uninterrupted program. Now, I know some of you are saying, oh, they're at it again. They're interrupting my programs, and the program times are all off and so forth. Remember, we only do this a maximum of 37 days a year. That includes auction. That includes membership drives and so forth. About 10% of the year. So 90% of the time, you are able to watch quality programs uninterrupted here on KIXE TV. But during our membership drives, we come to you and ask you to help underwrite the costs of running this quality television station so that you, anytime you like, can go across your living room, turn the switch, and there is public television on Northern California's community-supported TV station, KIXE TV. It takes you to make it work. We have the credit cards that we accept. We have monthly payments that we can arrange. We can help you, but we have to know who you are. You have to call us and tell us that you believe in what KIXE TV is doing. We've given you some fine examples of the types of programs that you can see here on KIXE this evening. Again, great performances is just ahead with Luciano Pavarotti, and I think you would enjoy it all the more if you could say, I became a member of KIXE TV tonight. I support what they're doing, and now I'm a part of their viewer family. Bill?
Thanks, Ed. Still can't believe Dennis, John, or Bill, or Ruth haven't called in. We know they watch Wall Street Week every week and should be quite willing to call in and join now. Really an inexpensive way, a lot less expensive than the Wall Street Journal. Now remember, at the President's Club level, the $480 level, you can have an agate note holder, a PBS letter opener, or an invitation to the fall preview dinner with Board of Directors and station management. At the $240 Executive Club level, the PBS pewter letter opener and an invitation to the fall preview dinner with the Board of Directors and station management. Those really nice things to do. It would be interesting to meet the people here at the station and see how they work and what they look for in programming. Again, we know that there are very excellent programs that your contributions and your membership brings to this program. It's nice to hear the phones ringing. We encourage you to charge your membership to Visa or MasterCard if you don't want to write us a check today. But however you join KIXE, we appreciate it. We would really like to hear more phones ringing. A couple of the phones are just sitting there dead. We would really be nice if you would call in, keep those folks busy. I brought them all the way here from Chico to take your phone calls tonight and to bring new membership to KIXE for the excellent programming it provides. Ed?
Well, I'm proud when I come on to these membership drives here on KIXE TV because, you know, we're saying Northern California, we need to hear from you. We've got to pull it all together here. We've got to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. And people wonder sometimes, well, is there enough support out there? Are there enough people who care to bring in the money that's needed to bring this quality television your way? It's fantastic what we do here at the station, from picking up signals from satellites 22,000 miles overhead to beaming the signal up on top of the mountain to our transmitter to rebroadcasting it through all the translator stations throughout our area so we can bring it into your living room. Now, some of you may be on cable systems and you're saying, well, I give to my cable system every month, so it's all taken care of. No, it's not. We don't get any money from those cable companies. There's only one way that you can say, I believe in Channel 9, I believe in KIXE TV, and that one way is to pledge your membership support. Please call us now, 243-5493. Remember, the more calls we get, the more aware we are that we're meeting your needs, that we're showing the type of programs that you want to see, that you need to see. We have great music ahead of us with the tenor Luciano Pavarotti and some of the great scenery of Naples, Italy. Coming up later tonight, we have classic cinema with Laurel and Hardy and great guns. It's a great evening to be watching KIXE TV, and it'll be a great feeling for you to know that this was the night you joined our viewer family. So please take that first step to the telephone right now and call us at 243-5493. Our operators will be glad to help you with monthly payments or with MasterCard payments or whatever questions you might have. Now, if you've been watching Channel 9 for months and now you've been meaning to become a member, maybe even this weekend, remember tonight is the night for that to take place. Our number is 243-KIXE or 243-5493. Now remember, we're here during the programs, but it's so much more convenient to call us during these breaks. It doesn't interrupt the program and you can watch it with a clear conscience. So please call us right now and pledge your support for this fine community-supported public television.
I wish I had a penny for each minute of public television viewed by people who say they don't watch enough to support it. You know what I could do with those pennies? I could make a $1 billion contribution to public television. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of pennies, but that's a lot of people watching who aren't pitching in even a penny. If you watch 60 minutes of public television each week, that'd be 60 cents. Maybe this week it's 60 cents for the amazing adventures on the National Geographic specials. Maybe next week it's 30 cents for This Old House, another 30 cents for Wall Street Week. All that adds up to just a little more than $30 a year. And across the country, there are over 34 million families, people like you, who are watching but not paying. A penny a minute from each of you would add up to $1 billion worth of TV worth watching. Now, if you don't think you watch enough to contribute lots of money, okay. Just send a penny for each minute you do watch. And thanks a billion.
Great Performances is proudly sponsored in part by Reading Pathologist Laboratory, serving the North States medical laboratory needs since 1953 by providing a wide variety of tests with quality and efficiency. Additional funds are provided by the members of KIXE.
Next on Great Performances, tenor Luciano Pavarotti paints a portrait in song of Naples, the enchanting city on the sea that has inspired so many passionate songs of love, both requited and unrequited. With Luciano Pavarotti, experience the wonderful spirit of the Neapolitan city and its people, their way of life and their exuberance, their passion and their romance, through the perennial charm of Neapolitan song. As Pavarotti returns to Naples. Great Performances is made possible by Exxon, committed to quality people can count on. And Martin Marietta, dedicated to excellence in aerospace, electronics, information management, and materials. Great Performances is also made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, this station, and other public